Yeah. Everything. One man and chop off by the corner. Our next man walk down through the lane. Another man want chop off by his step. Our next man want fix she to she bed. When we say man and man, we fight up the girl. And girl,
yes, came up here. We're live, familia, we're live. This is Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. Tonight, a very special show. The Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015 in Los Angeles. Came up here.
Yeah, me are the only true man. Me no like fight up and get in now. They got like me, they love me just like that. Because when they get me then they surely know what's what. I when me say man and man, they fight up the girl. And girl, they fight up the man. When me say man and man, they fight up the girl. And girl, they fight up the man. Look at me. Rock it, shake it.
Okay, familia.
Shake it.
Nueva York, Los Angeles, Houston, Texas. Are you guys ready? Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga.
When we say man, we fight up the girl. And girl, we fight up the man. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Shaking. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, this is King Rancho and the New Wave Band. Is everybody having a good time? New Wave Band, bring the music. Let me go now.
Yes.
Now see we winding up, we having a good time. Good time. When now see we working up, we having a good time. Good time. You have some people who vexed we for having a good time. Good time. You have some people who jealous we for having a good time. Oh, yeah, we 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 having a good time. 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 When y'all see we inside the fete, we having a good time. Good time. When y'all see we soaking wet, we having a good time. Good time. When y'all see me waving my hand, I'm having a good time. Good time. When y'all see me with my woman, I'm having a good time. Oh, yeah, we 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 having a good time. 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 We having having a good time. We having a good time. We having a good time. We having a good time. Are you mean? Are you mean? Start to wine. Start to wine. Everybody. We're having a good time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes. Basic. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Okay, familia.
Bass me down, baby.
Garifuna Music and Talk is live, straight from the studios in Long Beach. Tonight, a very special show. Yes, it's Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015 from Los Angeles. The CEO from this Garifuna Pageant 2015, Miss Afra Lambi, Mr. Nigel Augustine.
Working up, I'm having a good time. Good time, good time. When y'all see me,
yes, Kemotia.
I'm having a good time. Good time, good time. When y'all see me, jamming, jamming, I'm having a good time. We're 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 having a good time. We 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 having a good time. Tap the guitar, Pasero. How you mean? Play the drum, money. Let me feel it, shake it, let me feel it, grind it, let me feel it, wind it, let me feel it. Girl, move your waist to time, girl, move your waist to time, move your waist to time, girl, move your waist to time. Just so I feel it, just so I grind it, just so I wind it, just so I wind it. Girl, move your waist to time, girl, move your waist to time. Move your waist to time, girl. Move your waist to time. Do the thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bueno. Oh yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the studios in Long Beach tonight. Very special evening as we welcome the candidates, the CEO and the staff behind Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015 Los Angeles edition. Kemotia, so stay tuned because they are here. We're going to introduce to you each one of the candidates and we're going to be talking about all the behind the scenes of what will be going on during the picking of the Queen, Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015. Yes, this is DJ Labuga. We're live in the studio from Long Beach, California.
I just so want to feel it, I just so want to wind it, I just so want to shake it, I just so want to wind it. Girl, move your waist to time, girl, move your waist to time, Move your waist to time, girl. Move your waist to time. Aye. Yeah. Aye, aye, aye. King Ranch on the way. Aye, aye, aye. Aye.
Dr. Rhythm in the house.
Oh yeah. Hear the drop now. Hey, 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 hey. Dig it to the light. 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 Ay. Ray, day, 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 dig it, day, 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 day. Day, 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 dig it, day, 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 day. Dig it to the light. 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 Ay. Ray, day, 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 dig it, day, 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 day. Day, 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 dig it, day, 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 day. Move your waist to time, girl. Move your waist to time. Move your waist to time, girl. Move your waist to time.
Hot music straight from Belize.
Move your waist to time, girl. Move your waist to time. Move your waist to time, girl. Move your waist to time. Hey, shake the thing, shake the thing, shake the thing, make it shake. Shake the thing, shake the thing, shake the thing, make me see. Aye, shake, shake it, shake it up. 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 Take it up, the line. 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 Aye. Day, 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 day. Day, 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 day.
Rock box and the beats and Africa. Big up our Karina from Belize. Rock the world. Dr. Rhythm was in the house. Respect. Do a man at your service every time you yime.
You know what it is, will it?
Thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen, from King Ranch and the New England. On keyboards, we have Mr. Will.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, Wednesday, September 30th, a very special evening. We have a bunch of beautiful ladies and of course the people behind Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015 in the studio from Long Beach, California. So a big up to all of you people listening in New York, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Belize, Siambite, Hopkins, PG, Belize City, Guatemala, La Buga, Livingston, Puerto Barrios, Houston, Texas. To all La Bugana listening in Houston, welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga tonight. Kemutia. Aha.
This one.
Yes.
What did I know?
We are live.
This one is for the shy girl them in the party. You don't know, say. New weapon in the house. You don't know, say. Hey. Hey, na na yeah. Lord have mercy. Oh na na yeah. As soon as me enter the dance, my eyes was on you. But this simple song that they play wouldn't caress you. As soon as they change up the track, had to make a move, saying please, baby, please. I gotta rest my eyes on you. Hey, na na yeah. I wanna move it, I wanna whine it, control it. I wanna turn you around. mercy. Yeah, nah, nah, yeah. To the dance, my eyes was on you, but this simple song that they play wouldn't caress you. I couldn't change up the track. Had to make a move, saying please, baby, please. I gotta rest my eyes on you. Move it, and whine it, control it. I wanna turn you around and jam me with music. Move it, and whine it, control it. Yeah, bring me the music. What's this? Move it, whine it, control it. I wanna turn you around and jam with it. Move it, and whine it, yeah, jam it. Yeah, bring me the music. Yes, sir. Music from the Caribbean. Well, as soon as me enter the dance, my eyes was on you, but the simple song that they play couldn't caress you. As soon as they change up the track, I had to make a move, saying please, baby, please. I got to get my eyes on you. Eh, nah, nah, eh. Oh, nah, nah, yeah. Well, turn it, turn you around and damn me with music. Turn it, control it. Yeah, bring me the music. Hey. Nah, nah, yeah. Nah, nah, yeah. Turn it. I wanna turn you around. Turn it. Show me the booty. I saw me jam it. Oh God. I saw we do it. What's this? Here we go.
Okay, familia, we're ready.
Turn it.
We're gonna do the radio introduction as usual, and then we'll get right into the business. So thank you again, Los Angeles, New York, all of Brooklyn, the Bronx are tuning in tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Garifuna Music on Talk with DJ Labuga. We're live on 2 radio stations. We're live on RadioCentroamerica.com in Los Angeles and on lmbroots.com radio in the Bronx, the Boogie Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx, New York. It's always tuned in. So thank you again to the staff and to the organizers behind Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015 who are here tonight along with some of the candidates. So we're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about how things are evolving, the things that are needed, and things that you need to know. And of course, if you want to get involved, you could call us. The number to call is 323-898-6841. Again, 323-898-6841. The phone calls will be taken almost at the end of the show, though. So we don't want to interrupt the flow of the show. So please make sure if you have a question to call us or send us a Facebook message through Messenger or a tweet. We are on every media out there possible. So it's Gafu Garifuna or Ronnie Figueroa on Facebook. So ladies and gentlemen, here is the radio intro and welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. We present our weekly radio show every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have interviews from Aurelio Martinez to Consigo, Gado Nunez, Gloria Osiris, Lord Augustin. Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga brings them all to you on our weekly radio show. Listen live on your home computer, smartphone, iPad, and notebook. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook through Ronnie Figueroa. Also on TuneIn. If you don't have the application, download it for free. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. All right, beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we're going to talk about the history of Garifuna in Los Angeles, how everything started, and a lot of people know a lot of things that we might not know, but then since we have Miss Lino here in the house, she might be able to share with us some of the history behind the migration of thousands of Garinagu who have been here from not only Belize, which is one of the largest countries that has contributed Garifuna people to this part of the United States, but also people from Honduras, from Guatemala, even from Nicaragua. But for the sake of time, I'm going to let each of them from the staff of the Miss Garifuna pageant introduce themselves. We're going to make this interview as flawless as possible. We're going to have a good time. So we're going to start with the CEO behind Miss Garifuna pageant, Miss Afra Lambi. How are you?
Oh, blessed and highly favored. Very, very glad to be here today with you, DJ Labuga. We're very, very excited. As you stated, I am Afra Lambi. I am the CEO of Italian Wadigani Productions. Totally blessed to have these 6 contestants, and so glad for the moral support from the Garifuna Cultural Dance Group with Aunt Martha and Aunt Dell and Miss Georgette.
Hey, how you doing? Good evening, everybody. My name is Perry Augustine Williams. I'm here pretty much excited about, the upcoming pageant. Definitely being behind the scenes to make sure that what needs to happen happens. So the same way as Afra said before, I'm excited. I'm looking forward. It's definitely been a journey, but I know in the end it's well worth it to see the preservation of our beautiful culture.
Wow, I like that.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Amanda Palacio, one of the executive producers of the Miss Garifuna 2015. Just want to thank everybody for the support. Excited for my girls coming up. It's been a journey, but we're making it. It's been 5 years, and I'm just really excited. Just come out and support November the 7th. We're waiting for you guys.
Good evening. My name is Adelia Lino. I'm the senior advisor of this group. I am so glad for the girls to come up and ask us if they could pick up the pageant, because Auntie Marta and myself and Georgette, we've been working so hard for so many years, and it's about time somebody in the younger generation is interested to pick it up. So we're behind them as the senior group, and they're under our umbrella. So we are so happy for these 6 contestants that are willing to run for this year. So we're on the move.
All right, yes. Let's give it up again for Miss Lino. And as I stated earlier, we would like to know a little bit of the history. You might not know everything, but give us what you have experienced, what you have lived through the years with the migration of so many Garinagu who have a struggle to be part of this beautiful nation we call the United States of America, which has embraced many of our children, and so the best thing we could do is to pass it on. So tell us about the beginnings, your beginnings. How did you get here? What did you see? Who did you see? Who were the movers and the shakers? Whatever you remember, Miss Lino.
I came out here in 1972, and I was still hungry for my culture. I happened to run into Miss Marta, Mrs. Ellis, and I noticed that they had a group. I was so interested to be a part of that group. But because I was a young girl, they looked at me like, hey, she ain't ready. But I hang around. And I run into a couple of my girlfriends, Joyce Cayetano, Marta Letsom, and Marie. So we all got together. We said, we're going to push ourselves into this group slowly but surely. We visit the practices. We start learning how to sing a couple of songs. Some of the girls picked it up faster than I did. I'm still struggling, but I'm doing a pretty good job. So we became a part of that group slowly but surely, and we end up picking up from where they left off, because most of them have passed away, and by the grace of God, we all still hanging in there, the rest of us, and Auntie Martha, our strong backbone. Be blessings to her. She works so hard, and I try to be on her side as much as possible because I'm so interested in this culture.
Right, yes. Well, that is amazing. You mentioned some of the names of the people, and as you mentioned them, we honor their legacy. We really owe it to them because they contributed in many ways. For example, Don Justo. He was one of the pioneers of recording the first vinyl. We're talking about a record. I don't know if you younger kids know about vinyls, but I'm sure you have seen them. But he was able to come to this country, write books about the history of the Garifuna, and not only that, but be able to put a group together, a combo Caribe. I think it was the name of the group, and there was certain elements, including Mr. Ben Flores, Ms. Dolores Norales, and many more that escaped my mind. But tell us a little bit about that, whatever you remember.
I remember them having a band with Eugene Bonilla, Cayetano, Sil's husband.
Yes, Bill.
Bill Cayetano, Miss Virgin.
Yes.
Auntie Martha, and several other ladies, but I can't quite remember who they are. Anita Martinez.
Yes, indeed.
Sally Reyes.
Yes. That's right. And Mr. Blanco, there was a gentleman who just passed away from Guatemala. He was from La Buga. He was one of the players, one of the band members as well. He died about maybe less than a year ago.
Okay.
Here in Los Angeles, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to remember.
But don't worry about it. No, okay. Don't worry about it. We're not trying to put it all on you here tonight, but we would really we want to share this because we want to give you a little background of the history of Garinagu and the movers and the shakers. The beginnings were rough. There was the first organization, which is the Garifuna Settlement Group, was formed for the for the idea to come together when somebody dies, and so they could bring the body back to Belize, right? So that was one of the ideas. And if you were from Honduras, shipping back to Honduras to the burial ground. And so that was the beginnings of the Garifuna Settlement Day Committee, which ended up being one of the strongest groups here, which started celebrating the Garifuna Settlement Day, 19th of November, which was instituted by, if you help me remember, Mr. Thomas Vincent Ramos. Thank you so much. He was a Honduran-born Garifuna who lived all his life in Belize, and he was the one that gave us the 19th of November in celebration of the arrival of Garinagu to Belize under the leadership of Alejo Beni. So now we're going to get really into the nitty-gritty of what we're here for. Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015. So we introduce everybody here who is behind this committee. The committee is not a joke. It's a lot of work. I'm glad that it's in the hands of the young, and the leadership role that they're playing is important because these will determine whether this pageant will continue next year or. But we are here to help. We're not leaving it all in your hands. It's a lot of work, but we are here to support. That's why we're doing this. That's why, because we want to form a network so that if you feel like it's too much for you, hey, we're here to help. We've been there. We've done that. We've had times where we don't have money to feed the guests that come from New York or from Belize or from Honduras, or we don't have a place to spend the night, but then we find ways. It's a community, so that's how we do it. So how did the idea of bringing back Miss Garifuna pageant come about, Miss Afra?
Wait, it started in June. I mean, let's be real. We'll be truthful and shame the devil today, right now. Okay. Actually, we took a trip to Belize, Dangriga to be exact, and we were there sitting, reminiscing, having a conversation. We actually had the drums. We were knocking drums. We were singing. We were just, reminiscing about things in the past that we did as kids. We're giving a dance troupe. We were just going through the whole reminiscence, the whole notions of going to the pageants on Sunday and seeing the different contestants. And then one of the actual residents there in Dangriga, Nicole Mardog. Let's be honest. She was there. She asked us what's going on with the Miss Garifuna there. And then that's when I looked at Pierre and I looked at Amanda and I was like, it got quiet. We were like, oh, how do we respond to this? Oh my God. And knowing how passionate we are about the Garifuna duo, that's in our hearts and our souls, we were just like, well, you answer, Pierre.
I don't mind picking up the story. Definitely that's what happened. When Nicole, we were actually at the house of Miss Venice Lambie, and when we got asked the question, we didn't have a response. And it was actually embarrassing because we went through all these songs and dances and celebrating and knocking drums and smiling, and the integral and prominent question got laid on the floor. So why hasn't there been a queen in Los Angeles? And as Afra said before us, that laughing quickly turned into silence because we were pretty embarrassed, actually, because we understand that there are the gatekeepers of the cultures, as Ms. Dell spoke later, the elders, but we knew that even to entertain the thought was a responsibility and an honor more so than, let's get together as a group. And one of our main things, as you said earlier, DJ Labuga, which we really believed in, is that if we didn't take care of business and get the approval and respect of the elders, then they would not trust us to continue and carry on the legacy. And I'm going to go ahead and let Amanda tell what she remembers.
I remember these two getting on my nerves. That is exactly what I remember. Okay? With these drums, and people seeing a dream, And my cousin said, you know what? I think I want to go ahead and take it over. I said, well, we got to go to the big lady. And big lady being our Martha, So, oh my gosh. We reminisced that night and we decided that we were going to take over. And I'm like, let's go for it. When we got back to LA, it was full strong, full head, everything. We were just we went to Martha and she gave us her blessing, which made us really happy and made her happy, full of excitement and everything. And so now you have it. We're here, ready for this 19th. Oh my!
Can I add one more thing I thought was really hilarious, because when the idea was conceived by Afra, Amanda and I have pretty similar twin personalities, and our mindset was, sure, Afra, go ahead and do it. We'll support you and continue encouraging you with words of encouragement, not knowing that we were signing up to be a part of our executive committee, which means that we got everything, the joys, the smiles, the angers, the hurts, the tears, and everything that's been coming along with this journey. So I definitely want to say initially, we thought we was just playing the lean on me role and going to support her quietly in the background. And before we knew it, both of our feet were in the pool with her. So I definitely want to say that I appreciate you for, explaining your vision and having that passion, desire that you've had since we were children, especially being a former queen yourself. So to see, that fire that pretty much caught us all on fire. And, even that night we got support, even from back home, like people who may not even be able to make it saying, yeah, go ahead and do it. We might not be there, but go ahead and do it. So we definitely want to say that we appreciate and we respect the support of our community everywhere from back home in our countries, in La Buga and, Belize and, Honduras and Nicaragua. We appreciate it. And even though it was conceived in Dangriga, I will never let go of the beautiful town of Punta Gorda, known as PG Belize. Thank you.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and direct in the studios from Long Beach, California. This is your weekly radio show, Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. We are live every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. And it is a free radio show. Not only is it free, but also it is archived. As soon as we finish the radio show every Wednesday, we record it, we archive it on our GAFU channel. And of course, you are free to download it or listen to it on demand anywhere on this planet. And I am saying that because we have people listening in Belize right now. I just checked our radar, and it is telling us we have people in Belize, we have people in Honduras, La Ceiba, Tegucigalpa are tuned in. We have people in the Bronx, New Jersey. I also saw Chicago, Illinois. It's also tuned in. And thank you for staying tuned to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. And you are listening through RadioCentroamerica.com and LMBRoots.com radio in the Boogie Down Bronx. Yes, one more time, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the committee of Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015, which will be taking place on Saturday, November 7th, 2015. And it's 6 beautiful contestants. And of course, we will have a special presentation of Mr. Clayton Williams. And of course, the sounds of R&W Sounds with DJ Raymond Castillo and Woody, of course. Yes, and it's going to be at the beautiful Salam Temple located on Manchester off of Badlong in Los Angeles. And it's going to be on Saturday, November 7th to kick the festivities of the 19th of November celebration, the Garifuna Settlement Day of all Belizeans, right here in the second home of Belizeans, Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall continue with this interview. And I heard, of course, from Nigel that he had mentioned that Afra happened to be one of the former queens of Miss Garifuna. So tell us about that experience a little bit while I get ready with the next question.
Okay, awesome. I was nervous. No, honestly, I really did have a lot of support from my mom, Bernadine Palacio. I give her thanks and for her assistance. Absolutely. She has been there with me from jump, and I really appreciate that. Starting with that, when I had ran for Miss Garifuna, I was aware of the culture. I was aware of the music, mostly punta. It was then I discovered chumba, along with me being a part of Wagimame dance troupe, and that I also learned more about the singing. Some of the words I wasn't really familiar with and what they meant when I would be singing. I'd be singing, and I know what I'm singing, but I am having a great time, and I know it's the Garifuna, and that's just about it. But, coming from where I am, from where I started and where I am today, I'm really, really grateful, because now I've enhanced myself, and I'm setting that foundation even for my daughter so that the culture continues, because that's what it's about. It's about preservation, and that's where the name came from. If you remember, our group's name is Italian Wadigani. What that means is, that's so we do it, and united we stand, united we fall. And it's just a beautiful thing, and I'm really, really glad that we're here. I'm so excited. I want to scream through this microphone right now. They know how I do, but I'm probably going to cry, because I get very emotional, but I'm really, really glad, and thank you for having us here too, DJ Labuga. I thank you so much also as well, Mr. Leader. We're really excited about this pageant. Thank you very, very, very much.
Very nice. Thank you for that piece of history. And Afra, your parents are from the beautiful village of Dangriga. That's not a village, that's a city already. It used to be a village back in the days, right? When it used to be called Stan Creek. Yes, okay. So we know a little bit of history. And we want to share it with all of you. So a big shout out to Chantel Garcia. She just checked in. I know she's listening live. Yes. That's right. Okay. So my next question is, how are the candidates and the organizers getting ready for such an amazing event that was long gone and now brought back by popular demand by all of you? What are the preparations like?
These candidates are so amazing. When they came to us, they hardly speak Garifuna. They hardly know how to shuffle their feet. But now, thanks to Georgette, she's our choreographer. She's doing a wonderful job with these ladies. I mean, they are preparing that dance very well. They know how to move their feet now, and this contest is going to be a contest. Right. We got to tighten our belts because it's going to be on.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that. Now, we'll get into those details as well because Garifuna Miss Pageant is not only about doing it's not even a catwalk. It's a beautiful performance of cultural acts that come together and will give the public, the audience who comes to see it, an idea of the Garifuna culture. So if you're not familiar with Garifuna, and if you come to that event, I reassure you, though, you will walk out of that door knowing more about Garifuna than if you go on and open a book. You know what I mean? I think you will get it right off the hands-on experience, because that's where you're going to be hearing the language, listening to the music, watching the dances, the moves, the way when we talk about shuffling the feet and doing all these things, they all have a meaning. People just don't dance because they want to dance. Every move is calculated and it has a meaning behind it. So that's the beauty of the Garifuna culture. And of course, I want to ask you, especially you, Nigel, if you could give us a rundown of what the public is expecting to see the day of the event. Whatever you may or are allowed to share.
As far as what the public is expecting, I'm just going to give you just a sneak preview. Like you said before, and as Ms. Delita said before, is put your seatbelts on because it's definitely going to be a ride. We're kind of living in this era where everything is a reality show. So a lot of it, which is why we're grateful to have cultural guidance, is because you know, this could have easily swayed into Miss Garifuna's Next Top Model if it wasn't guided the right direction. And I'm just being honest and spearheaded because we are inundated so much with television. But what I can say on that day is what we can all expect is that the ladies that are sitting beside me today are working very hard to make sure that, like you said, people remember at the end of the day it's about the community. So when you're putting your best foot forward and when, you know, these candidates are coming through, and there definitely will be everything. You're going to laugh, you're going to, you know, smile, you're going to high five your neighbor, you're going to look to the left, look to the right. I think the elders are going to have flashbacks of their days of, you know, even going back home, and or the former queens are smiling, reliving their glory days. And I think overall just the excitement and seeing the culture being preserved is what's at the forefront. So that's definitely what people can expect. Is like you said before, this is better than any book you can pick up. You know what I mean? Right. You get that day. And because of the Garifuna culture has survived not just through people, but even through country. So you'll get a glimpse of some of the similarities and even some things that make the Garifuna culture unique to individual villages and individual, you know, countries. So everybody pretty much get prepared to come and have a good time. You know what I mean? That's what it's about at the end of the day, being family and, you know, supporting one another.
I also want to go ahead and add as well, this pageant is a bit different than ones that have taken place in the past, just for the simple fact that we're having our representatives, or I should say our ladies. They're representing Miss North Dangriga. We have representing from Hopkins. We have representing from South Dangriga. We have representing from Miss Mariga. We have from La Buga, and of course Miss Honduras, who couldn't make it with us today, but we do remember her, and we know that she's excited and is preparing as well. We have representation from all over because, as we stated, it's always about one love. Aba Yisini, one love, one love, one love. One love, that's what it's about. And we're here uniting ourselves, preserving the culture, setting the foundation, because for tomorrow we want to make sure that we're just as powerful as we were yesterday.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that. Those are words of encouragement. And it just makes me so nervous to know that November is going to be such a busy month as it's always been. I think there is events that are already starting the first week of November into the third week, because we are going to be celebrating the Garifuna Settlement Day of La Buga on Friday, the 27th of November. So the week after, the 19th, we're going to be having it in Los Angeles. So we are going to be inviting the queens, the Miss pageant, the Miss Garifuna pageant, whoever gets crowned. And of course, we're going to be inviting all the rest of the candidates to come and join and party, because we are bringing Saucier all the way from New York. He is one of the best performers from La Buga, living in New York. He will be live performing in Los Angeles on Friday, the 27th of November. So we have announced already that we will have Clayton Williams perform that day. So we're going to take a little break. We're going to listen to one of the beautiful songs from Clayton Williams as we take a little break, and we'll invite the candidates to come in, and then we're going to drill them a little bit. How's that? Yes, Kemotia, yay! right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live and direct. Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. This is your weekly radio show. We're here with the Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015 committee. Kemotea. Wow, that was powerful. Clayton Williams will be here in Los Angeles for this big event. So don't forget, mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. We will be live, broadcasting live, hopefully, that day of the event with Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga on 2 radio stations. We're going to do it from lmbroots.com, straight from the Bronx, and www.radiocentroamerica.com to make sure that you witness this wonderful event back in Los Angeles after quite a long time that has been out. So thank you again to the committee for being here tonight. And we're going to ask him the next question. Let us explain the judging process. Who wants to take on that?
Well, the judging process is the hardest part of this job because everyone that's in that judges panel has to be keen and attentive. The dances is judged by the creativity, coordination with the drumming, and their facial expression, the way they smile and politeness. Introduction, the way they carry their item and their coordination. Questions and answers must be answered in complete sentences. Presentation must be convincing of what they are presenting. Their emphasis, coordination, and their personality need to be manifested. And Garifuna Duo will base on attire, language, and dance. So our judges got to be very attentive.
Not only attentive, I think they have to be well versed in Garifuna Duo. I think that if they are going to judge the candidates, I think they're going to have to be very well versed. So that is amazing. That is a lot of work. And I want to praise you, Ms. Lino, for passing on the torch to the youngsters and the next leaders. And they're already taking on leadership roles by doing this. So my next question is, what are some of the qualities that the judges will be looking for in the newly crowned Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015? Afra.
Absolutely. I think that I first and foremost, I want to talk a little bit about how it was when I went for the pageant. It wasn't just about the way I exuberated energy or the way I was able to enunciate when it came to the language, the Garifuna language. It was overall. So it's personality when you're saying or when you're delivering your introduction. It's personality and the Garifuna language in pronouncing the Garifuna words and projecting so that the audience is able to understand. It's quality. And with making sure that it's genuine, it's eye contact with the crowd, and obviously not nervousness and stumbling over words. It's confidence, able to project your voice and able to have that eye contact with the audiences. I think it's very, very important that in rehearsing that you project, that you're able to consistently allow yourself to know that there may be so many distractions for the candidates to get over that and be able to continue throughout the pageant. And so I think that that's very, very important as well for our candidates. They have had, during some of our rehearsals actually just in the past, where they've had a lot of different things that could have distracted them, and they're still doing an awesome job. They're working extremely, extremely hard. So I think that's a part of the quality that is important, that they need to implement to make sure that it's a equal event, obviously, so we want it to be judged fairly. So everyone is doing a great, great job, and I'm really, really excited about that.
Wow, very nice. Very nice. Thank you for that piece of what you lived through your competition, through what you went through when you got elected, Miss Garifuna. We're talking about what year?
Oh, 2003.
2003. Wow, it's been a while. It's been a while. And I remember that we were there. Very nice. Anything else you want to add? If not, then we'll go to the next question. Okay. So, this question right here is up to you, whether you want to answer it or not. How are the judges going to be selected? What are the qualifications that they should have? We already mentioned that they have to be well-versed in Garifuna Duo, but given what we have here in this area of Los Angeles, what are we looking for in a judge?
We usually try to make sure that the judges are not related to the contestants.
Very nice. Yes. Very important.
And we try to pick the right ladies and gentlemen to be equal judges that knows so much more about the culture than ordinary Garifuna people. You know, most of us are not really into our culture deeply. We love our culture, but we don't get deeply into it. They have other people that love the culture, live the culture, and we try to find some of those people to be our judges. That way they could relate to what's happening with the contestant.
That was very nice. That was an eye-opener, really, and it's definitely important not to have nepotism because that could influence on the decision. Very nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are live in the studio. This is Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. Every Wednesday, you can tune in to us through RadioCentroamerica.com and LMBRoots.com radio in Los Angeles, and of course LMB in the Bronx, New York. Tonight we have the committee and of course the candidates of the Miss Garifuna pageant 2015. It's a wonderful work that they're doing right now, and it's going to pay off as we await for the big event on Saturday, November 7th at the Salam Temple on Manchester off of Badlong. It's a very nice place, very big, a beautiful stage, so that the candidates have all this beautiful space to do what they need to do to be able to show that they are the ones, the right to take the crown. My next question is, we already mentioned it, when, where, and what time will be Miss Garifuna pageant. So let's take the next question. How much will the admission be to the public?
I can definitely answer that question. So it's $15. Yeah, it's $15 pre-sale tickets, and you can definitely reach either myself or Pierre or Amanda to get the tickets, or delete anyone. All the pageant candidates, anyone who's on the committee member, you can reach us. So it's 15 at the door, and it's 20. It's 15 pre-sale. It's 20 at the door. So buy your tickets because they're gonna, seats will be filled, and we don't want you guys to not have a seat up close in front because you don't want to miss the show. November 7th, Salam Temple, 6:30. You might want to be there at 6, maybe 5:30, maybe 5. It's up to you. Be ready because it's not a game, right? We have 6 beautiful contestants, and they're waiting. They've worked very, very hard for this event. November 7th. Mark your calendars. Salam Temple is the place to be. Italia Wadugani. That's how we do it.
Very nice. I like the energy. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to invite the candidates who are here for us to ask them questions and find out a little bit about them. I think it's very important that they get exposure, and by putting the word out there, they will be motivating more of you to really come on the 7th of November and be part of this wonderful event. We have a lot of people listening in Houston, Texas. I know there is a lot of the Nunez, the Castillos, and the Reyes listening live out there in Houston. So thank you for tuning in. And they always get on my case. They say, Labuga, why do you always mention everybody in New York and LA and Belize, even all the way to Nicaragua? And they always leave a us out. You never mentioned Houston, man. So here it is, Houston. Welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. And thank you for staying tuned. And we have the candidates coming up next. Here's another song by Clayton Williams. Well, we invite all of the beautiful candidates for a nice interview. Kemotia. Kemotia. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're live and direct. This is Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga, and we are live from the studios in Long Beach as we present to you the staff and the candidates of the Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015, an event that has been long gone and finally brought back to Los Angeles, the home of the second largest Garifuna community in the United States. So hear me again, Los Angeles is the home of the second largest Garifuna community in the United States. So we have the beautiful candidates here with us tonight, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass the microphone around. You introduce yourself, your name, and so on and so forth, and then we'll get right into the questions, right? So I'm going to ask the CEO to please introduce them and then pass the microphone to each one of them.
Okay, absolutely. So we have 6 beautiful contestants representing different locations within the Garifuna culture. We do have Miss Hopkins, Miss Aminika Zuniga.
Hi, everyone. Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Amanika Zuniga. I'm 29 years old, and I am representing Hopkins. Buiteguyo.
We have representation from La Buga, the one and only Miss Cindy Nunes.
Hi, everybody. My name is Cindy Nunez. I'm 22 years old, and I'm representing La Buga.
We have representation from Meriga, the beautiful Miss Tish Lopez.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tisha Lopez, and yes, I'm representing Miss Meriga. I'm 28 years old, and I guess I'll see you November 7th.
That's right. Miss Meriga.
We're going to represent Northern Dangriga. We have Miss Iniki Nasario.
Good evening, everybody. I am Iniki Nasario. I am 23 years old, and I'm representing North Dangriga.
Beautiful.
We also have representation from South Dangriga, Miss Courtney Saval.
Buiteguyo. My name is Courtney Sabal. I'm 21 years old, and I'm representing South Dangriga.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, she's not present today, but we don't want to forget Miss Honduras. She had to work today, so she's not able to be here, but I know she wanted to be here. We do have representation from Miss Honduras, Miss Erika Garcia.
Very nice. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your weekly radio show, Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga, and we're live in the studios in Long Beach, California, as we do it every Wednesday. But tonight is a very special night, as we have these beautiful candidates who we are going to be drilling a little bit, asking them questions. Nothing really out of the ordinary, but we want to know a little bit about them. And for those of you who are listening on the other end, whether you are in New York, Brooklyn, what else? Queens, and New Jersey, the Bronx, yes, Houston, Texas, of course, all of the Nunez family out there in Houston, que motia! Big up all of our beautiful family in Dallas. We have a lot of Garifuna living in Seattle, Washington, Los Angeles, of course, West LA, South LA, also lots of Garinagu in Moreno Valley, in many other areas. And we see you because we are monitoring that there's a lot of people listening also in Belize. We have people who are tuning in Dangriga right now, people in Tegucigalpa. Big up to Mr. Ruz, who is listening in Tegucigalpa through lmbroos.com radio, and he is the owner of Disco Móvil Super Day. So bienvenido a Mr. Ruiz Delvin, que nos escucha en vivo allá en Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Gracias por estar en sintonía. And all of those of you out there in not only Tegucigalpa, but also La Ceiba. We have a lot of people who always tune in La Ceiba, Honduras. And of course, lots of people in La Buga, Livingston, Puerto Barrios, and of course, in Nicaragua, we always have one listener. It's the Sambula and the Bratigam, who are also Garifuna in the Orinoco area of Nicaragua. So thank you and welcome to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga. Now we're going to start with Miss Hopkins, Miss Aminika Zuniga. She's looking very beautiful, very bright, and like many of you might not know, but Aminika is a singer. I know that for experience. So we're gonna ask her to sing tonight. Why not? Give us a little parranda there. Break the ice.
Ay, ay, ay. Ronnie. Tu hago bigida. Okay. Tu hago bigida tiane se bedao. Lu hago bumalale Why am I doing this?
Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. You see the quality, the caliber of the candidates tonight. Each one of them has a very different and unique talent. And so we're going to find out, we're going to discover. But if we don't discover tonight, we're going to find out the night of the 7th. Of course, it's going to be nice. And of course, Clayton Williams will be in the house performing live on the 7th of November at Salam Temple in Los Angeles off of Manchester and Badlong. So my first question, or you know what? Why don't we ask Miss Afra, the CEO, to ask the young ladies the questions? That would make it more appropriate. Let's do it.
So they already did tell you a little bit about themselves. So the first question we can ask is, where were you born?
I was born here, well, not here, but in Los Angeles, California, United States.
Very interesting. Miss Monica, where are your parents from?
Well, my dad is from Hopkins, originally from Youngtown. He's one of the first Hopkins now, actually, who are Garifuna. And then my mom is from Dangriga.
And talk a little bit about what's your uniqueness. What's unique about you?
You know, usually what I would answer if like an American person were asking me this, I would say I'm Garifuna, and that's pretty unique to everybody else. But since we are here in this environment, I will say that, you know, apparently it's sort of rare that people grow up born and raised in LA who speak Garifuna in their house from being born up to being an adult. So that's one unique thing about me that I'm very proud of.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. I know that when we had first started the pageant, there was a couple days that you weren't there, and that's because you went back to Hopkins. So talk a little bit about that experience and what was that like for you?
You know, going back to Hopkins is always amazing and great and fun because my family is there. Like my dad's side of the family is there. And if you go Falsa D, everybody there is related to me in some way. And, you know, especially the Innies restaurant, plug time. Innies restaurant, all the Innies, they're my cousins, and it's delicious food, and my house is right across the street from there. So, you know, it's always fun, and it's always a very welcoming atmosphere when I go back to Hopkins. It's home.
Let me say something real quick. There's a shout out for Aminika all the way from Chicago from your cousin, Garifuna Empress Ogaldes. Kemotia.
Oh, nice. Shout out. We love that. Absolutely. Another question that we have here for you is, are you in school? And if so, what are you studying? And do you work? I'm quite sure you do.
I sure do. So I graduated in 2013 with a degree in Spanish language and linguistics, and I'm currently in a class to become an interpreter, but I don't know. We'll see. But I currently work at a publishing company that publishes educational materials. I'm an editor. So that's what I do to make money. And yeah.
And then, of course, the Garifuna pageant has been forever. We know that it's been in existence. And we really want to focus on, if you were to win, I mean, how do you plan to represent and uplift the culture?
Well, actually, I feel like I do that pretty well now. It's just that I would have a crown and a sash attached to. I'm just no.
Wow.
The question was if I were to win. So if I were to win, you know, I would be the same respectable and respectful human being that I carry myself as every day, except that I will have a crown and a sash attached to it. In addition, you know, I'm very proud of my culture, and anyone who asks me who I am, where I'm from, that's one of the first things I tell them, because it's something to be very proud of. And to carry yourself in a respectful and respectable way lends that label to someone who you are proud of to be.
Very well said, Amanika. We truly appreciate that. And then as far as closing, do you have a special message that you'd like to send to the Garina Gunility?
Okay, I have to read this because I don't want to forget what I wanted to say. Higo gusum mutu ha busamba ya lu ha fedu hani wanichigo leda unsu hati. Le hamadiga wamani le. Siga ha Sega Irumu. Ma Sega, well, has it been 5 years? Siga ha Sega Irumu lagi lagumu ho da lega wama aba dami duguni libele. Higo.
Well said. That deserves a round of applause. What pretty much was stated is the simple fact that the pageant hasn't been in existence for so long, and we're bringing it back. And there's a lot of hard work that has been implemented. So come and support. It's very important. That was Miss Amanika Zuniga, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Hopkins. Okay, moving forward, we have Miss Labuga, Miss Cindy Nunes. Where were you born?
Well, I was born here in Los Angeles, California, but I was raised in San Diego, so I lived in San Diego for most of my life.
And that's where SeaWorld is, right? Yeah, I like that. The big fish. Beautiful. And where are your parents from?
Well, my mom and my dad are both from La Buga, but my dad's mom is from PG.
Is there a period behind that or an exclamation point? I don't know. I love it. I love it. And what's so unique about you, Cindy?
One thing that's really unique about myself is I'm a writer. I love to write. I observe and look at what I could create due to my observance. And that's how I became a script writer, and that's why I majored into television production.
Wow, very nice. Woo.
That's outstanding. I love acting too. Just want you to know that. That's outstanding. Okay, cool. As far as going back home to La Buga, have you been, and what was your experience like?
Of course. I've been to La Buga. I love La Buga. I love my Tierra Morena. I go every year. I try to go every year. I hope to go for Semana Santa. You know? If not, Pororo. The experience is wonderful. It's home. That's the only way I could tell you. La Buga is home. You will not feel like you're in an auto location. You'll feel welcomed as soon as you hit the Muay and go up the hill from there.
Nice. Very nice. I know when I had befriended you on Facebook, I saw that you were graduating or recently did. I'm not quite sure if you did, but are you still in school, and what did you study for? You did graduate, and do you work?
Yes, I did just graduate in May 15th to be exact. Majored in television production, minored in Africana studies. But right now I'm currently working at a homeless shelter. So I'm getting a different aspect of life, and I'm thinking about going back to become a social worker and help the homeless that whole population.
Well, I'm learning things. And just to put it out there, I like cray. So I'm just learning things about these contestants that I didn't know myself. And ladies and gentlemen, these ladies are very passionate about the things that they do, embracing their culture and just their individual qualities and how they're living their lives. It's really truly amazing. So thank you for sharing that. And if you were to win Miss Garifuna pageant, how do you plan to represent and uplift your culture?
My main target is to hit the Garifuna people within our generation and also the younger generation. We can't let this culture just go away. I don't want to see my niece and nephew not understanding the language, not understanding Spanish, not understanding the history, you know, our dances, our language, our food, especially the food. You know, I like to have workshops, events, so that kids and also teenagers and young adults can engage into it and say, I would like to say that I've made an impact into the Garifuna culture in Los Angeles.
Nice. I love that. I'm ready for cry. Oh gosh, that's beautiful. You know, and it's amazing that you said that, Cindy, because that's what we're doing: preserving the culture, setting the foundation numerous of times. You know, for our kids that are growing up, we want to make sure that they're carrying the torch and with a blazing fire, a fire that'll never go out. I'm so excited that you said that, so thank you. And in closing, as far as a special message for our Garifuna Niladi, the children like ourselves, do you have a special message that you'd like to leave with them?
One major thing I like to tell everybody is don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of who you are. I know our history is long. It's a long story, and when people ask us, it may get tiring, but, you know, just be proud of it, acknowledge it, and embrace it. So hopefully I see you guys in November, especially all my love Bugana people in LA. I really need your guys' support.
Mark those calendars, November 7th. She said it. Miss Cindy Nunez representing representing beautiful La Buga. We're going to bring it back home real quick, just like that. We have the beautiful, the lovely Miss Tish Lopez, who is representing Mariga. Here is your first question. Wait a minute. Where were you born?
Well, as you know, I was born here in Los Angeles, California by my mother and my father. Yes, they both was there. I might as well move on to the next question. Where were my parents from? Both of my parents are from Dangriga, Belize, 69 Magoon Street and Unity Zone. So both of my parents are from there.
Thank you so much, beautiful Dangriga. What's so unique about you, Miss Tish?
Well, there's a lot of unique things about me. Starting with, for sure, I'm a bubbly person. I like to have fun. For sure, this is very different for me, per se, that I'm an American participating in this Garifuna pageant. And so far, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. Practice, I must tell you all, practice is something else. Practice is definitely something else, but I've learned a lot, and that's what's unique about me. You could show me something and I learn within, those moments.
And we definitely know she's bubbly. You can hear it in her voice. Miss Tish, why? She said, after you have the letters.
Yes, I'm reminding you about your stuff.
Absolutely. You can't forget Tish. Tish, of course you have. Yeah. Well, you said yes. But it's cool, and we're just keeping it real because we love that. And I appreciate that. Keeps me on my feet as well. So thank you so much, Tish. We appreciate you. Next question. Have you traveled back here? No. Okay, no, seriously. Your parents are from Dangriga, so have you been to Dangriga? And if so, what was your experience like when you went there?
Yes, I have been to Dangriga. I live on Unity Zone, okay, with my grandma. My experience is very well because I don't get to see my family that often to say that I'm here and they're out there in Dangriga. So the most important person that I see the most, like I said, is my grandmother and the rest of my family friends on Sabal Street. and my dad and family on Magoon Street. So it's very good. The most I miss is my grandmother's cooking, and you know, when I go past the bridge for my my chicken and fries. So it's definitely a well experience, having fun, being able to walk around the corner for what you want, which is basically the corner store or your family and friend's house. Literally a block away or two is the beach.
Beaches, that water is everywhere. You're so right about that. So thank you so much for sharing. And it seems like you must have scored an A in geography because you know your streets very good. You see what the culture is doing to us? We know our streets. And my house is on Polak, by the way. Okay, as we continue your interview too, Ms. Tish, are you in school and are you studying? If so, and do you work?
I will be going back to school next month in October. I'm going for my master's in MFTC, which is Married Family Children Therapy Counseling. So, yes, I do work. I'm currently a teacher for approximately 11 years now. I love it, and it's a day-by-day thing. However, again, I love my job, and I am going to school to finish off. I want to be a site supervisor, actually. So the more I carry on, the better I'll be.
That's right. Woo! That is outstanding. That is fantastic. Very good. Thank you for sharing. I know working with kids can definitely be testing, and you have to have patience. So that does say a lot about your character, and thank you for sharing. I truly appreciate that. Your next question is, if you were to win the Miss Garifuna pageant, how do you plan to represent and uplift your culture?
I plan to represent Miss Mariga. I would think that am I the first? Yes. Yeah. I am the first. Yay! So that's a good thing right there. But like my other contestant is saying, we want to try to carry on our culture. It's not normal, for us to say, okay, well, let's start. So I do want to thank you, Afra, Najee, and Amanda for starting this off, because it was definitely a surprise when I was nominated. So I was like, really? Okay, good. So as I talk about it with my family and friends, they too were surprised. I mean, I'm outspoken, yes. However, this is something different because, this is straight Garifuna language that we have to speak while we're up on stage. So how do I plan to represent? I would like to carry on. Like, I hear you guys talking, and I've seen what you guys are going through. So I would like to see myself next year in a committee. So that's how I would like to carry it on.
Nayahwa. No, please believe. Please believe. And right now, just want to ask that question. Seriously, absolutely. Because this is definitely different. You're right about that, Tish. I thank you so much for that. And thank you for wanting to be a part of it. Because, as youth, it's really different. It's hard without that assistance sometimes in trying to have a vision and don't have that support. But thank God that, in this time and in this moment, we did have that support. We have Mr. Lita, we have Aunt Martha, we have Mr. DJ Labuga, helping us to make sure that we're able to advertise this event. So thanks for sharing. And in closing, your special message that you'd like to send to our Garina Gunile, the children like ourselves.
I would like to say, if you are nominated next year to participate in this pageant, by all means, have as much confidence as you can. Like I said, it's very, very tough. I've seen the ups and downs between myself and the other pageants and the frustration that it can get. So if you're nominated next year, have the confidence, do your best. Let's carry on our culture. And like Miss Labuga said, it's very hard and it's very long. And that's it from there. And see you November 27th. Oh, shit. Ooh.
November 7th. That's correct. It's November 7th. Mark your calendars. November 7th. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. No problem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard from our one, our only, first time representing Miss Mariga. Thank you so much.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take you over to Miss North Dangriga. Miss North Dangriga is Miss Iniki Nasario, and your first question is, where were you born?
Well, I was born in Los Angeles, California.
Straight to the point. Thank you. What you ask, I will answer, right? All right, I love it. All right, and where are your parents from?
Both of my parents are from Dangriga, Belize.
Beautiful, beautiful. Shout out to Dangriga again.
Yes.
And Miss Iniki Nasario, tell us a little bit about what is unique about you.
Well, I would say what's unique about myself is dancing. I love to dance. I'm very good at it. I love to watch my auntie. I learned from her, which is the CEO, Afra. But that's what I would say unique about me, and also my personality.
All right.
Thank you for sharing. If I had a collar, I would pop my collar right now. Thank you so much. Have you traveled back home? And if so, what was your experience like? I know, you know something, when I go back to Belize, I don't like the mosquitoes, so I will talk about that. Hold on. Iniki Nasario, have you been back home? And what was your experience like?
No, I've never been to Belize. I would like to go. It would be a good experience for me. So hopefully one day I will go, as long as the mosquitoes don't bite me.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think after the pageant, you're going to want to definitely go to take a little relaxer, because I know we've all been working hard. As far as your school, are you in school and are you studying? And if so, do you work right now?
No, I was in school. I was going to Southwest College, but I stopped, unfortunately. But I'm working right now, and I'll hopefully one day I'll go back to school to finish to be a probation officer.
Lock them up, lock them up. Lock the bad ones up, girl. We need them, okay? Because they got it, bad people. Thank you so much for sharing that. As far as the Miss Garifuna pageant, how do you plan on representing and uplifting your culture if you were to win?
How do I plan to represent? I would say contribute to my culture, to learn how to speak more Garifuna, because I'm just barely learning, and to also learn more about my culture and where my family came from.
Absolutely. That's what I've noticed. I mean, with many contestants, when it comes to the language, you brought up a very good point there. When it comes with to the language, Garifuna is harder than Chinese. It's a language that it requires dedication. It requires focus. It requires a lot. Now that I put braces in, some of the words I can't even understand. Okay? But it's honest. It's the truth, you know, and I really appreciate you bringing that up. And you guys are doing an outstanding job, especially for us growing up, not hearing Garifuna often like that. And we're going to do it. And you guys are going to be outstanding. And we will have a successful pageant. Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much, Uniki. Nice. And for your last question, is there a special message that you would like to share with our Garifuna kids, the Garina Gonilade, like ourselves?
For all the kids, it's a great experience. This is my first time being in something like this. At first, I was shy and I was going to change my mind, but I said, let me go ahead and try and see what it's about so I can learn more. And for me, I have a little daughter, so I would want her to grow up learning what stuff that I didn't learn, like how to speak Garifuna, what it's about, and other stuff like that.
That's right. I know that's straight from the heart, and she bring that baby to rehearsal, boy. She's coming hard, making sure that she's there. Yeah, preparing herself for the pageant. So thank you, Miss Nikki Nasario, representing North Dangriga. And last but not least, we do have representation from the South. The southern part of Dangriga. Give it up for Miss Courtney Sabal, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Sabal, man, I feel like with the judges or something asking these questions. Where were you born?
I was born in beautiful culture capital, Dangriga.
Courtney is live and direct from the beautiful capital. Did you hear her, ladies and gentlemen? From Dangriga, she was born. Thank you. And where are your parents from?
Both my parents is from Dangriga.
So we got Griga to the third power. I love it. Nice. Very good. And what is so unique about you?
Everything is unique about me. From my name to my smile. My culture, Garifuna.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. She said everything is unique about her, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to see it, where is the place to be, girls?
Salam Temple.
Oh, November 7th. She'll be there so you can see all this uniqueness. Ladies and gentlemen, our next question for you, Miss South Dangriga. Have you traveled back home? And if so, what was your experience like? Look.
I'm out there for 2 years now, so I haven't been back home since.
That's beautiful. So you that fresh meat for we, yeah. All right. Miss Courtney, thank you for sharing. Are you in school right now? And if so, are you studying? Miss Courtney, do you work?
I'm attending Emerson Adult School, going for my high school diploma for out here. Okay. Yeah. I'm not working.
That does take a lot of energy to go ahead and do that. I mean, coming from Dangriga, where the education is different than what it is here, and implementing that and committing yourself to that to make sure that you're able to get your high school diploma. So we thank you for sharing your honesty and your pursuit. Thank you. If you were to win Miss Garifuna pageant, how do you plan to represent and uplift your culture? Because now you're not there in a Dangriga, you're there in a... There you go.
First, I would like to... first, I will thank God, because without Him, I wouldn't be here.
Nice.
I would go out and encourage little children and teenagers to continue to speak their language. I would also go out and find. Like older people who know more about our culture, and ask them to help in Garifuna convention like every year. Yeah, like. And
Yeah, I got a bit emotional with that because with the Garifuna culture, I mean, there's only so much that we know as young adults, so we do have to seek that guidance. And you said yearly, annually, so that's something that you see consistently happening for the future. So thank you for that, and we will definitely try to implement that and have it consistently because we want to keep the Garifuna Dua going. That's beautiful. And then actually for your final closing, do you have a special message for the audience listening right now, the Garifuna Nilidi? Okay, one more time. I'll just. Is there a special message that you would like to give the audience, the Garina Gunilidi, the young kids that are like you people who are even younger, that are growing up in a home where their parents are Garifuna? What would you like to tell them?
I would like to tell younger children not to be ashamed of their culture. I would also want to tell them not to be in Garifuna only around 19th of November.
That's beautiful. And you see, the way that I hear you responding to questions is I can tell it's genuine and it's from your heart. It's what you see going on. And it's true. There's no time for punta. We're not November. We want to keep it going. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and so on and so forth. So thank you for sharing, and we truly appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard from all five beautiful contestants in the absence of Miss Honduras. She couldn't make it once again because she has work responsibilities. But she does send her regards. She's working hard too. And she'll be there on what day, ladies?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Garifuna Music on Talk with DJ Laboga. We're going to take a little break while we drink some water, and then we'll get back to you. We're going to play a little music right now. This is your weekly radio show, Garifuna Music on Talk with DJ Laboga, and we have the beautiful contestants for the upcoming Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015 right here in Los Angeles. Que motia. I want to send a big shout out to G Kid Guerrero. G Kid Guerrero is tuning in tonight. Kemota Wabina ha yay!
Shaga, hey, hey, Siggy, Siggy down. Shaga, hey, Shaga, Siggy, Diggy down. Ikuwa mubigidara, iya nesebeka. Iluwa mubumalale, aminarupa. Kanyembalo na nike siri kwa badina. Ikuwa mubijidara tiene sebeka. Iluwa kubumalale adinarupa. Kanyembalo na nike siri kwa badina. badina. Mama waya biya ya luni wadaria ho waya biru dunya luni wasania udi bagu yo ni wa marigo mama waya biya ya luni wadaria ho ni wa dunya luni wasania udi bagu ni wa marigo udi bagu ni wa marigo Garina go pinchalo y ahora nos vamos a la traducción en español. Shaga, hey, shaga, hey, shaga, hey, sigue dating, por la nota de tu guitarra es que me encuentro aquí y por tu hermosa voz esa es mi verdad. Que has ganado mi amor y mi corazón por la nota de tu guitarra y me encuentro aquí y por tu hermosa voz esa es mi verdad. Que has ganado mi amor y mi corazón. Nos encontramos aquí para que nos enamore. Nos encontramos aquí para disfrutar. Para mi hogar tengo que volver con mi mujer. No nos encontramos
aquí. Yes. We got more, ladies and gentlemen. The committee will be back right now. We're just taking a water break. I want to send a big shout out to Joseph Guerrero, listening live to Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga. Also to G Kid Guerrero, listening live in Los Angeles.
Para mi hogar tengo que volver con mi mujer. Para mi hogar tengo que volver con mi mujer. Para mi hogar tengo que volver con mi mujer. Para mi hogar tengo que volver con mi mujer. Para mi hogar tengo que volver. Y aquí está el aceite de coco. ¡Epa! Shaga, hey, shaga, hey, shaga, hey. Sigue GCK Production.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful music, beautiful evening tonight. We have the true essence of Garifuna right here in the studio. And I want to tell Joseph Guerrero, who made a very nice comment. He said that the last response about being Garifuna more than only for the 19th of November truly hit the spot. So he really got touched by it. I think not only you, Joseph, a lot of people who are tuning in tonight really had, some type of feeling to that question. I think it was great. These young girls are amazingly smart, motivated, and they're ready for a good show. But it's not only about the show. It's not only about the pageant. It's about the legacy that that they will take on from that moment on to their families, to their children, because they are being exposed to Garifuna Duo to the level that we never expected, really, because participating in the contest is not just showing up with the outfit. It's going to the rehearsals and learning the language and the culture. And we're talking about countries, we're talking about villages, we're talking about a lot of things that I am sure many of you out there did not know. So even I am getting educated tonight in many things, Garifuna. So we have Miss Afra Alambi, who is the CEO right here. She would like to address those of you who are out there listening in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, in Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Louisiana, in Seattle, Washington, in Los Angeles, everywhere, even in San Diego as well, even if you are in Belize, because I know you're listening in Belize. Allá en Honduras también estamos en total sintonía, activados allá en La Buga, Livingston y también en Puerto Barrios. Gracias por estar en sintonía esta noche con nosotros. But we definitely wanna we have a very special message right here from the CEO. So let's hear it from Miss Afra Lambi.
Thanks once again, DJ Labuga. This actual message is for all of the individuals, our businesses, anyone who's representing the Garifuna culture, who knows about it, who's passionate. The vision started with a humble heart. Obviously going into it and wanting to preserve the culture, wanting to be dynamic, wanting to have an outstanding event, and making sure that everyone is aware that the culture is not dead. It will never die. We will never lose faith. We are here wanting to make sure that everyone is aware of the Garifuna culture. We're live and direct. We're coming from different locations. We're bringing you an awesome and outstanding pageant with these beautiful 6 contestants who have worked and dedicated their time and energy in preserving this culture as a young woman, which takes a lot. It does require a lot of commitment. And me, as being a leader, I really just need the assistance and the support financially. If I'm asking from the bottom of my heart, whosoever is listening, please reach out and assist us with finance. We're asking for donations. We're asking the businesses. We're asking the small businesses. We're asking the corporations, the nonprofits. Please reach out and deliver and help to succeed, to allow this event to be a success. It will be a success regardless, but to know that you're a part of it and to know that you had your contribution with your commitment and your dedication to help this event, we would truly, truly appreciate it. Every little does count. And we're assisting, we're fundraising. You can actually reach me. I'm going to go ahead and put my number out there. My phone number is 424-603-9011. If you would like to send through the mail, my address is 4131 South LaSalle, Los Angeles, California, 90062. I will repeat that because that's important information. My phone number is 424-603-9011. Once again, 424-603-9011. My address is 4131 South LaSalle, Los Angeles, California, 90062. We also have additional information with regards to an additional way you can go ahead and assist with dedicating your money, your funds as well to this event, and I'll allow Pierre to talk about it.
Yeah, you guys look forward. We're also getting in the process. Within the next week, you'll see a GoFundMe page come up. So for those people who want to assist us, because again, a lot of our families are not here in Los Angeles. We have some in New York and Houston back home, and they feel like because they cannot be here physically, but we would definitely have the GoFundMe up so that you can feel free to contribute and to assist us. And we really don't care the amount. Anything helps because it's going to go a long way, like Afra said, to see the preservation of our beautiful culture.
Okay, we do have a shout out. It's from from one of our contestants, Miss Courtney Sabal, representing Miss South Dangriga. She says, "Can I big up my mom, Margaret Cacho, coming from her daughter Courtney Sabal, Miss South Dangriga, and also to my dad, John Sabal, aka Shush." Hi, that's right. They tune in all the way from beautiful Dangriga. Shout out. Thank you so much for the support, and you'll be so proud of your daughter. She's doing an outstanding job. So thanks so much. We shout out for your parents, Miss Dangriga.
I'm gonna shout out my parents too. Special shout out to my dad, Mr. Lionel Francis Augustine, when I wanted to put the torch down, because a lot of times people forget to count up the costs, and I don't mean that in terms of money. I mean in terms of your time, in terms of your energy. It definitely is a lot behind the scenes, but I appreciate all the lessons of character and virtue that are definitely being built. The camaraderie the camaraderie with the other two members of the executive board. You know, we laugh together, we fight together, we cry together, we yell together, but it's all because of the passion that we have to see this move forward. So definitely want to thank my dad for building that lesson of character and teaching me to hold on to the torch as we march into the next generation.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, I am not just asking for funds as well. If you're able to donate a computer, if you're able to donate a tablet, if you're able to donate round-trip tickets or even a tour, whatever you're able to donate, we are willing to accept with humble hearts and receive it with humble hearts and more than grateful. Like I said, every little does count, and what you're able to contribute will go through a worthy cause. And this event will be outstanding. It's going down in history. This will not be the first, and it definitely will not be the last.
Very nice, very nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, the information is posted on my Facebook page as well as the page for Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga. So I ask you to please take down the phone number, take down the address, write a check, send your donation, send a money order. It could be made out to Afra Lambe, of course. And like Nigel was saying, there will be a GoFundMe, which will be up in overnight. I think by tomorrow we should have it up and running. We'll make sure that we make that information available to you. But just in case you want to take down the phone number to contact the CEO of Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015, Miss Afra Lambe, the phone number is area code 424-603-9011. Let me see. Do I have it right? Yes, it's 424 area code 603-9011. And we will make sure we post this information on our archived show, which will be ready for free play on demand by tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow afternoon or earlier than that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a wonderful evening with wonderful people right here in the studio from Long Beach, California. This is Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ Labuga, and we are live every Wednesday. Tonight, we had the pleasure to interview not only the staff, the CEO of the Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015, but also we had the opportunity to talk to the 5 candidates out of the 6, and we are missing Miss Honduras, who could not make it tonight. But don't worry about it. If you mark your calendar for the 7th of November at Salam Temple, you will get a chance to see each one of them and see how they interact and the things that they have been able to accomplish by putting your contribution into the culture. This is part of a tradition that will start today again, tonight, right here by doing this radio show. We promise to bring it to you live the day of the event. And of course, we want to invite each and every one of you out there who would like to make a donation. Donations can be made in the form of a brand new computer. Of course, the computer will probably be raffled, and a tablet could also be used so we could raffle it off and be able to fundraise more money. And if you have any type of tickets, airline tickets that you want to donate, if you have miles on your account for any of the big airlines, we will be more than glad to take it and be able to raffle off the tickets to go anywhere in the world. Of course, the information. You could contact us, or if you could call us tonight at 323-898-6841. We could put you live on the air. But if you don't like to be live, we could also send us a messenger or an inbox me on Ronnie Figueroa. Big up to G Kid in the house. He's tuning in tonight straight from his house in Los Angeles. Mr. Joseph Guerrero, who is also tuned in. Mr. Martin Reyes also tuned in tonight, and many more people. So Nigel, anything else you want to say?
The only thing I can say, I think we didn't say a mouthful, but definitely just thank you to them and I appreciate all the love and support that we're getting. We appreciate it. As you said before, any contribution counts, and even if you can't give anything tangible, we appreciate positive energy and vibes coming our direction. So we look forward to seeing you on that beautiful day. Come out, bring your family, bring the kids, bring the next generation, and expose them now so that we can carry on the tradition that our ancestors left for us.
Okay, so we're gonna say goodnight. We're gonna call Miss Lino and all the staff, and so that they could say the final word. And of course, make sure that they invite you to join us on the 7th of November. I know that Professor Esther Nunez, who is a professor at Medgar Evers College, will be here all the way from Brooklyn. She said she will be here, so we will be waiting for Professor Esther Nunez, who is also from Dangriga, who is also one of our friends here in the Gaffo family. So we're going to say good night and goodbye to you. So we're going to give the microphone to Miss Lino, who was here very kindly to inform all of us about this beautiful contest, this pageant called Miss Garifuna Pageant 2015. Here's Miss Lino.
Thank you, everyone, for listening tonight. And please come out and support us on November 7th, Salam Temple, Los Angeles. Big up to Auntie Martha, Georgette, and everybody else in the Garifuna Cultural Group. Italia Wadigani Group falls right under the umbrella of Garifuna Culture Group. Thanks again for everyone who is listening. Come support. Abaisi.
Miss Palacio, you have to say good night and goodbye to everybody here.
Just want to say thank you and good night, especially to our sponsors. You know, the girls have been working really hard. Just come out and support November 7th, Miss Garifuna 2015. Everybody have a good night.
Yay!
Woo! Okay. I want to thank all the sponsors as well. As we stated, all contributions are needed. All contributions are welcomed. All contributions are appreciated. I'm really, really stressing the importance of it. These young ladies have worked so hard to bring this event for you, and you will be pleased beyond your imagination. So come out and support the event. For the staff, Ms. Delita, you have been here from day one. This lady has been with us from day one. When we had photo shoots, we had video shoots. Early in the morning, she's going with us. She's been there from jump, calling, texting, everything. And we thank you for that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Perry, you know, when we started, I knew I was going to cry. When we started in Dangriga, and Amanda, God, you guys know the devil is a lie, how he's tried to stop this event. But I know it's going to be successful. And I thank you, too, for being there next to me, for being soldiers, for being warriors. I truly appreciate it. I know we wouldn't. It's going to be an outstanding event. And I thank you guys. I thank you for all your hard work. And I thank you for what you're going to continue to do and your contribution. Like I said, Our 6 contestants have worked their tails off. You guys come out and support DJ Labuga. Thank you so much for having us. And make sure you mark your calendars. Make sure you take the day off of work. If you have to call out, I will give you a sip. Absolutely. And to our contestants, you guys work hard. work as hard as you can, and make sure you have fun. And last but not least, we want to thank our special guest, Mr. C. Wills. Aye. If you're listening, we can't wait till we pick you up from the airport and bring you to our Salam Temple so that you can go ahead and serenade these ladies, because they're excited. Your fans are excited, and we're looking forward to it. Aunt Delita, Aunt Georgette, Aunt Martha, Garifuna Cultural Group, thank you so very, very much for your support. And with that, Italia with Dugani Productions, thank you.
Okay, good night, ladies and gentlemen. This has been your show, Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Last night, we had to call the doctor. We think that me Ebola. We had a high fever. They rushed the emergency. They call up all of the nurse. All of that frightened me, cause they keep on getting worse. I call the doctor one side. I tell her, please don't tell me lie. I need the truth. What is wrong with the youth? We give out an injection. This is the worst we ever see. You gotta take him to the American embassy. This boy got stage fever, and he no got no visa. If fever go up and down, if fever go up and down, right now we dey high, and he nah go down. So you better call the doctor, call the doctor, cause he nah go down. You better drink something, make you sweat it out. Drink something, make you sweat it out. Hey, Ruru, my world. Call the doctor, we have a sick man. Mr. America, don't be mean. You just wanna live the American dream. Funny band, they say bye. 30 years later, it still say bye. He did try to be a good boy, at least make it fly in the sky. Even to check them out, make it feel like space. Hiding in my suitcase. This boy got space fever, and he no got no visa. If fever go up and down, if fever go up and down, right now we dey high, and he nah go down. So you better call the doctor, call the doctor, cause he nah go down. You better drink something, make you sweat it out. Drink something, make you sweat it out. We have a sick man. This boy got stage fever, and he no got no visa. If fever go up and down, right now we dey high, and he nah go down. So you better call the doctor, cause he nah go down. You better drink something, make you sweat it out. Drink something, make you sweat it out.
Gafu presentó Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga. Es un programa semanal de 7 de la noche a 9 de la noche todos los miércoles a través de www.radiocentroamerica.com en Los Ángeles y www.lmbroots.com radio en Nueva York. Tune in next Wednesday again for Garifuna Music and Talk with DJ La Buga. We're live and direct through www.radiocentroamerica.com and lmbroots.com radio in New York. Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m.